Floyd Mayweather defends Shakur Stevenson for not taking 25% in the offer against Devin Haney. Obviously, Shakur Stevenson is probably the most talked about prospect. He's not even a prospect anymore, but he was a blue chip prospect, you know, top ranked made, and was a former Olympian, similar to Mayweather, lost in the Olympics. But you know, these guys, when they're cut from this kind of cloth, they only lose once, and then we saw what Floyd did, and I think Shakur is headed on a similar path. I actually had a dream last night that Shakur Stevenson stopped Devin Haney, and it was absurd. Got a 9th round stoppage. I don't know how crazy that is, out of the question it is for you guys, but man, I think it's cool to hear that Floyd Mayweather kind of agrees with Shakur Stevenson and supports his decision to not take the 25% against Devin Haney. Let's also remember that Floyd Mayweather has a good relationship with both Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, so he's not really biased towards any guy. You know, they both fight on top-ranked cards, and Floyd has relationships with both of them. And he said that it's not Shakur's fault that Devin Haney took the fight in Australia against George Kambosos and took whatever percent he had, if it was 25, whatever. It was a small amount of money, but Devin was willing to take that risk and go to Australia. He signed the contract for that amount of money and went there 2 times, defended it, and he was so confident that he would do that. That's why he took that opportunity. But Floyd Mayweather is saying that it's not the same. It's not Shakur's fault that Devin had to do that. It doesn't mean that Devin has to do the same thing. Shakur is a great fighter. He's talented, and Floyd's saying that as 2 black fighters, you shouldn't be trying to take away from the other. So he's not trying to say that it should be 50-50, but I don't think Floyd believes that 25% is fair for Shakur Stevenson to take in a fight so big against Devin Haney, because Shakur Stevenson also has a really big name in the sport of boxing. That's why Floyd is so enthusiastic about not necessarily taking the first offer. And yeah, he also talked about how, you know, belts are important. Obviously, Terrence Crawford got the major win over Errol Spence Jr. on July 29th, you know, not too long ago, pretty recent, and collected all 4 belts. And Devin Haney similarly has all 4 belts, but Floyd was talking about how if you could make $20 million for fighting for 2 belts, or $10 million fighting for all 4, I'm gonna take the 2 belts and make $20 million, because it's still more money. You know, sometimes it's about making more money as opposed to having 4 belts. And that was just Floyd's perspective on it. He's not trying to say that belts aren't important. He's just trying to say sometimes the money, you know, makes it worth only having 2 belts instead of 4. It doesn't make a difference because you have to pay sanctioning fees, and Floyd's not trying to hate on the sanctioning fees, but it's part of the sport, and it's all about prioritizing. Do you want the more money that you can provide with your family for, or do you want less money and then you have all 4 belts? So it's a bit of a double-edged sword, and it really depends on the fighter and what situation they're in. If they're trying to if their goal is to really become world champion, then that's a different goal than, you know, making the most money. And I think that's where Shakur Stevenson is at. He's at a road where he's like, okay, do I want the path to undisputed at 135? Or do I want the Tank fight? Because obviously I'm going to make the most money fighting a guy like Tank or Ryan Garcia, but if I fight a guy like Devin Haney, I collect all 4 belts, and it's a great opportunity for me. I'm confident in my skills, but at the same time, I'm not getting the financial reward that I think I deserve. That's the problem that Shakur Stevenson is facing, that's what Floyd is trying to say. It's not always about the belts and becoming champion. Obviously, every fighter wants to become champion, but Shakur is going to become champion no matter what. Do you really need all 4 belts right now, or do you want to take the more business-savvy road and fight a guy like Tank and maybe make twice as much as you were gonna make against a guy like Devin, who's only offering you 25% and is also fighting Regis Prograis at 140 pounds. So you have to put yourself on hold, stay inactive just to wait for Devin to potentially go down to 35. And I don't think he's gonna come back to 35. Once you fight at 40, he's gonna feel better at 40, of course, and feel more like himself, more comfortable at the weight class. So I don't see him going back down to 35. Just me personally, I'm not trying to speak for Devin or speak on his behalf, because at the end of the day, I'm not in his camp. I don't know what's going on, but Devin looks sucked in when he cuts to 35. I know it's not an easy weight cut for him. I think he walks around at 165, 170, so coming to 140 is still not going to be easy for him. I think Devin should probably be fighting at 47 if he really wants to feel his strongest, but 40 is a lot more leeway to play with, 5 pounds to kind of move around and feel more comfortable with. So Devin Haney at 140 and, you know, Shakur meet at 140. I think that's the better fight. But let me know in the comments what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
That's going to do it for another Naz Fight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Matt Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.